Hello, my group. Today I thought to teach about this book. All this book, hundred of pages, talking about one thing: Amuna, faith, Amuna, and it's so basic that we have to learn about this subject every day because to know that it's not enough because our heart is like a safe and we have to get inside to our heart, and it takes time and learning efforts, and imagine all the spirit have all of our, not body, I mean soul, has to think about that. It will make the good connection with God. From the little boy until the old man, it looks so unbelievable, believable, because the old man knows everything. But until we we will learn about that, how it's so hard to feel it, to believe in our heart this issue, this subject. And you will see in the meantime. So, the first Israel nation became step by step from Abraham, Yitzchak, and Jacob. Okay? And his Jacob and his uh, sons, 12. And we didn't being a nation, even that Jacob go down to the Egypt nation country in 71, 70 people. It's not a nation, it's a big group. Okay, so when the Exodus happened and all the miracles in Egypt, and when God punished Pharaoh, listen, uh, this is the was the basic that God started to go to get inside of our heart when we saw Moses and Aaron leading all nation before Sinai Mount. It's starting to create the nation as a group, as every Shevet, Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, yes, all sons of Jacob. This is 12, not kind of people, but I mean, it's kinds of worship of God. Okay? So in Mount Sinai stand, when God appeared with all his angels on a fire, on a shofar flew. When they heard all this honor of God, and Chazal, our wisers, Chazal, Chachamenu, Zichronam Livracha. Remember what I say when I'm translating the word, okay? It's very important. Chazal says that God, like a sign in every soul of all Israel, and even in the souls of the people that didn't born yet, and even in the who didn't convert yet. You understand? It's amazing. So this was the time that Israel nation became a nation. So this is the issue, the point, the basic of the time that we became an Israel nation. And Israel called a name of Jacob, because Jacob is Israel. He has two names, Israel and Jacob. And the Chazal says something amazing. It's not easy to catch it, but I will explain. That when Israel nation are making the mitzvot, the orders of God, they called by God Israel. But when Israel nation is down, not making the orders, and when the temple destroyed by God, not by Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel, not by the Greeks, not by the Romans nation, no, only by God. And there is a proof about that, for sure. So they called, when they are down, they called Jacob. And when the prophets say Israel, we are in the good situation. When they call Jacob, oh, it's not good. Okay? Remember that. So, in Sinai, Chazal says that God say two orders. And I think I told you that all nations died, and God give them alive again. So it's very important to know that God make a sign, deeply sign, signal, like signal or sign, yes, sign, in all the nation, the all souls of Israel nation, and even who didn't born yet, and even those who wants to convert in real desire, that you are my group. You have the sign of God, like in Israeli regular tradition. You are the same, because it's not so reasonable to make all the orders of God. It's very difficult. Okay? So you are really lucky. Thanks God. So after Sinai, all nations knew that God is one, and he appeared alone. All the angels was around as a coach, yes, not with God. God was alone in his chair. Just try to imagine. And all Israel knew one thing more, that God watched on every like supervision, private supervision, and each one man or woman, child, girl, or son, privately, okay? They saw all the honor of God. They knew for sure that God know everything in the earth, everything in our heart, everything our thought, thinking. Everything is galui. Galui is God see everything. Okay. This is the second. That's called all nation says morning and evening. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Ahod. Okay? Twice. Why twice? It's enough one. Twice in the morning. We want to start the day. We have to say Shema Israel to convince our heart to know that God is one and only one. And in the evening, when we go to sleep, remember, God tell us to say that. Chazal want to educate us to think about God even we are going to sleep twice a day. It's critic when you're going to sleep and when you are wake up. Shema Israel, Hashem Eloheinu, Hashem Echad. And you have to know halacha that it's forbidden to say name of God when you're talking. But when I teach you, I allow to say that. And I prefer to say Hashem, not Ado. Okay, you know the name of God. It's halacha. And we learned another thing about Sinai, Mount Sinai stand, that God has a private supervision, anything on the earth, even the trees and the grass, because how much food will be in the world, it depends the blessing of God. And when there is starving in one nation, it's not accident. It's private supervision of God. We have to believe that. And God makes the world in balance. Why? That we have to choose the good and not the bad, because good and the bad are equal. You can't believe. So it's called free chosen. It's a creation of God. Listen, it's not um, just happened. No, it's in a thinking of God to make it, but equal. When the good are highest, that the bad is highest too. And then, like our situation, our generation is so low, and then, but now in the internet, make the Judaism very famous. And if you want to know something, you can know that. And then the bad is in the same level. So why we need to choose and to fight against the bad? Why? God has a target in that. What? He wants to pay you of your work. If it's for free, we are ashamed to take it tzedakah. Tzedakah is when someone give me money for nothing because I'm poor. You know, it's not good feeling. It's not good. But if I'm working, I ask my money. That's the same in God. The paradise is the salary. Yes. In the earth, all the rules on the ground and in the earth, it's the same in the heaven. Yes, it's the same. Just think about that. And God teach us more one thing, that the stars, all the astrology that make effects on the world, not on Israel. Even the virus that attacking all over the world. Look, just noticed that in Israel is very different situation. It's amazing, just amazing. And about the punished, the hell, the Gehenom. Gehenom is hell. Every Israeli must believe in God. If not, he will be punished. Oh, very strong. But if I'm Jewish, not, going like the Jewish, but he makes the same things like the Jewish and the un-Jewish, God will not punish the un-Jewish so strong as the Jewish, because all Jewish knows God in their heart, because God signed it inside. And he is God sending a hint, a lot of hints to this man. Behave, please, be good. And in not hearing, he will be punished, because God educated us before years. And he built one temple and the second temple. All the orders to keep us, the Shabbat, to keep us as a group. You know what is the ghetto? Ghetto it's called the streets of the Jewish. All Jewish living together. You know that. Why? This is one makes stronger the others and take the hand and cheer up each other. This is to survive in this world. We need to hug each other. Okay, that's why we have to live together. And who not live with a group, with a community, it's very difficult. That's why the Beit Din, the court of Jewish, ask everyone who want to convert to live near community. But unfortunately, the communities are not so forgiveness or have mercy about that, because happens a lot of things that was cheating, and one want to marry un-Jewish, and they makes like tricks, and that's why in South America is very bad situation. So it's not easy, but if you start, listen, if you start the steps for the conversion, like in our group, God knows that, God listen to that, and He will send you people that leads you to the conversion. If you believe, not astrology, you believe in one God. We believe that there is no luck, astrology luck, on Israel, because we are different, as I said. So you have to believe strong that God will lead you to the target to be a Jewish if you really want. And you really want is not, okay, come learning. If I have time, yeah, I'm waiting to a meeting with God. Oh God, please wait for me 1 hour. No, it's not going on like that. I'm sorry. You make to fight to show God that your really deep desire for that, and then you will win in this war. Because before years, people knew was true in their heart, not cheating like today, playing games. And then it takes time, not for vain, only for checking you if you are really want. It takes 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. Every place in there is low. So I hope that now we learned the basic things. It's very heavy, I know, but we have to learn books that talking about that in the internet. But Amuna, you can write. I will maybe give you a few words for searching in the Google and the YouTube, and you have to make work in yourself. You know how to search in Google. I don't need to teach you, but make steps. Show God that you really want, and God will show you miracles. It's not my promise, it's His promise. So have a nice day, my pupils. So nice sun in the middle of the winter. It's very, it's lovely. Not in your South America, you are hot. So I need maybe this one. But it's very nice day. Thank you very much for your listening. And I miss you very much. You have to know that. So we will meet in the another lecture. Thank you very much. Bye bye from Israel.